guys, it's Toy Tuesday, and today I'm going to be talking about one of the stinkiest dolls in the 80s that I love, and it's Strawberry Shortcake. Now, I don't have all of them. I'm a collector, but I wasn't obsessed with them when I was young, but I liked them, and I had friends who loved them too, and I remember their smells. And today I'm going to give a little bit of a history of how these came about. I'm going to also show you how to rescent them. And I will all this information will be on my blog, toytuesday.wordpress.com. It's a new name. So if you want any information on Strawberry Shortcake, you can go there. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, which is Tuesday Toy. So this is Strawberry Shortcake. Now, Strawberry Shortcake started actually as a greeting card in the 1970s, probably 77, by a woman. Oops, oh, they're falling. By a woman named Barbara Sargent, and they just created this greeting card of this girl named Strawberry Shortcake, and everything had to do with desserts. So she lived in a shortcake. She had a cat named Custard, and she had a few friends. So in 1980, they created the dolls. They first created some rag dolls, but then they went to Kenner, and Kenner, who also created the Care Bears and the Star Wars toys, created this line of toys. And what's funny about these is they only lasted 4 years, or 4 or 5 years. They kind of died out in 1985, but they were really popular. I had everything. I had a sleeping bag, and so did my friends. We had the same sleeping bag, but they did smell. And each of them had like a name that had a dessert topping. So some of them, and I don't, like I said, I don't have all of them, but I like to collect them. This is lemon meringue. There was raspberry tart, frap frog, rhubarb, monkey. This is angel cake souffle, who's a skunk, butter cookie, jelly bear, and blueberry muffin. Now the original four that were made that were POA, they were posable, were Strawberry Shortcake, Huckleberry Pie, who was my favorite, Tea Time Turtle came with apple dumpling, and then there was and blueberry muffin. Now there were only 4, so this is Strawberry Shortcake. So I'm going to show you in a second. I'm going to do this now because I'm going to show you how to do this just to take her out of the bag. I'll show you this in a second. So this is Strawberry Shortcake. Take her out of her bag, and she comes with custard. Now some of these dolls, most of these dolls are from 1982, because that's when they introduced pets. So the four that were original, Strawberry Shortcake, Huckleberry Pie, apple dumpling, and blueberry muffin. Only apple dumpling came with a pet. And then in 1981, which I'm going to explain is a strange year, and I'm going to also show you how to identify what year they were from, and I'll tell you my story, what happened. So they all came with flat hands. So this is a flat hand, and if you can see this, it's just straight out. She can't hold anything. It's just flat. So all 4 of the dolls in 1980 came out with flat hands, and only one had a pet. So then in 1981, some of them still had flat hands. Blueberry Muffin, Strawberry Shortcake, Huckleberry Pie only had flat hands, but they came up with Lemon Meringue and Orange Blossom and a few others, and they had they had curved hands. So these are the curved hands that they can hold stuff. But what's interesting about 1981 is if you get a box, you can tell the box has the doll with a flat hand. And what's strange is that Lemon Meringue, the doll had curved hands, but the image on the box had a flat hand. So my theory is that, or I'm assuming that when the packaging was made, they used prototypes for the dolls to take the photos for the packaging, and all they had were flat hands, and then the curved hands came later when manufacturing. So that was really interesting. And let me tell you my story. So I only had lemon meringue for like the last 10 years, and I really liked her. And my boyfriend and I and my mom went to a doll show, a teddy bear show, a few years ago. And for $10, I bought these four. I bought angel cake and raspberry tart, blueberry muffin, and butter cookie. And I actually got them in this case. Now, this is a carrying case. Like I said, I don't have everything, so, but this is the carrying case, and I paid like $10 for it. And I was so excited, because I love Strawberry Shortcake, and they still smelled. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. And I went home, and I started getting their little things online. They all also came with a brush, like a little red brush. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to get all these online. And they all had pets, so I got this at Christmas time, and this at Christmas time, and I got their shoes. And then I noticed that the blueberry muffin didn't have curved hands. Now, the curved hands, like I said, didn't come out until 1982. So in 1982, so she is not from 1982, she is either from 1980 or 1981. And that's how you can tell what year your Strawberry Shortcake came from. And I wound up getting Cheesecake, which is her pet. So in 1982, Kenna re-released them all again for a third year. And this time they all had pets. And that's how you can tell, too. So if the doll comes with a pet, you know it's 1982. Some of them came with pets in 81. Hop-Along Bunny came along. Apricot came along with Hop-Along Bunny. And that was the only pet. That was 1981. So in 1982, like I said, they all had pets who also smelled like the doll. And so that's how I found out that that's how you can identify them. So then in 1983, they came out with a couple more characters. They introduced Lime Chiffon, Lime Chiffon was produced in 82. And then they kind of built up all the characters, and there's a lot of them. But like I said, you can go to WordPress.com, toytuesday.wordpress.com to find all the information on them. And then in 1984, they just stopped creating them. And all they came out with were a couple of baby dolls. And the baby dolls, which I wish I had, which I did have as a kid, they were a baby doll looking like Strawberry Shortcake as a baby, and you squeezed her stomach, and out of her little mouth came a scent of strawberry. So now I'm going to show you how to rescent your dolls. So I rescented Strawberry Shortcake. She still smells. I love smelling her. She smells so good. And like I said, when I got these a few years ago, they still smelled a little bit. You can still smell them. It's hard to find them, some of them, because some of them came from smoking homes, so some of them won't smell. They'll smell like smoke. But if you love that smell, hey, knock yourself out. But so what I did, and I've done this to other dolls as well, some of my Cabbage Patch Kids, because there was a thing in the 80s where, and I think it started with Strawberry Shortcake, and a lot of toys were doing this. So these all smelled like desserts. Cabbage Patch Kids smelled like baby powder, and also Mattel came out with the Barbie. The Barbie didn't smell, but her Dream Kitchen in 1984 smelled, and it smelled like vanilla. So a lot of the nostalgia pretty much comes from the smells of the dolls. So I tried a couple things. So I tried one perfume called Hannah. I think it's called Hannah. I can't remember the name. I will put a link to the reference page that I found for the perfumes on my written blog. But I tried a couple things. Couple of the perfumes. One of them that I tried was very perfumey. And then I tried this once, and I had to do it over again. So I would recommend a couple things. So I would recommend the Body Shop. The Body Shop, for some reason, has the smells are like really nostalgic. Like this really smells. This is a hand sanitizer, which is what I had. They don't make this anymore, but they make strawberry. They make strawberry stuff still. They probably make like lotion and bath soap and probably body spray, which is probably the best thing to use. But I use this hand sanitizer, and what I had to do is what you have to do is I put it on a paper towel. And the good thing about, I just realized this the other day, the good thing too is that the Body Shop has an orange scent. So if you have Orange Blossom and you want to have her rescented, you can use their orange scent too. It's really good. So what I did was I just sprayed this. All right, I put some of this on here, and if you do have this, if you happen to have this, and like I said, they don't sell this anymore, but if you do happen to have this laying around, what I did was I just shook the paper towel out, because it does have like an alcohol-y smell. But if you kind of rub it and then shake it, so that'll really smell like the original Strawberry Shortcake. So what I just did is I just put the paper towel in here and just stuck her in for a couple of days. Now, I'm gonna do blueberry muffin, because also on the page, the reference page that I found for scents was was this Britney Spears Midnight Fantasy, and I have a theory about this, but I'll show you how to do it. I think Britney, when she was creaming up with her perfume, I think she was like, I want it to smell like my Strawberry Shortcakes. So that's why this smells like so much. So you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna spray a paper towel with this. Not a lot. Don't do it too much. So just kind of spray it a little bit. Yeah, it's still a little perfumey. I would shake it up, shake it around, get that perfume smell out. Yeah, and then just stick her in the bag for a couple of days, and she will come out smelling like her blueberry, sort of. But you can try different perfumes. You know, they work pretty well. But I love the Body Shop. I'm going to recommend the Body Shop because that really, for some reason, they have really nostalgic smells. So, these were reintroduced in the early 2000s. So they did come out with them again in 2000. But they gave them a new look, like jeans and like kind of a modern look. And that's it. So if you want to subscribe to my blog, I'd really appreciate it. Also, you can go to toytuesday.wordpress.com, which is my written blog, which I'll have all the information and all the Strawberry Shortcake stuff. And then you can follow me on Twitter, which is at Tuesday Toy. So thanks and happy Toy Tuesday.